Welcome, welcome to Edu-Astro. Welcome to Edu-Astro. Libra ascendants, what does the Saturn transit of 2025 hold for you? The core theme is discipline of daily battles. See, Saturn is transiting into your sixth house on 29th May. Sorry. See, Saturn is transiting in your sixth house on 29th March 2025. And this brings a reality check in health, work, competition, and overcoming obstacles, settling disputes. In your job, daily life, what do you do? The service which you provide, all these things are under scrutiny. This is a time where half-hearted efforts will not work, and every struggle will require persistence. See, Saturn does not create problems. It reveals the weakness in your routine, in your life, in your health, and the work ethic, forcing you to fix them. That's all. So don't blame Saturn. There are certain pitfalls or certain weak points which you have, and Saturn is only going to get them in front of you to work on them. So if you take responsibility, you will become stronger than ever. And if you try to escape, Saturn, the difficulties will grow. So the pressure will be on health, work, obstacles, competitions, all these things. Your daily routine will be under scrutiny. Your mental and physical stamina will be under scrutiny. Where all you need to improve. So Saturn demands here that you got to work hard, develop discipline, handle conflicts strategically, and maintain strict health habits. You will feel the pressure in the manner that health issues will surface if neglected. Work may feel like an endless battle, and the enemies will test your patience. The competition is going to test your patience, and debts or legal issues cannot be ignored. But if you do this properly, now you know these issues, right? So go and get the health checkup done. Think strategically in terms of overcoming the obstacles and competition. So you must put an effort in that manner. Now, if you are able to do it, then what is the reward? If you maintain strict discipline in your daily life, handle obstacles with patience, build resilience, Saturn will make you unbeatable in your career and your health. The key lesson to remember here is that success will only come through daily effort. Your strongest weapon will be your discipline. So get into discipline. The other area where you will be scrutinized is the pressure on transformation and hidden fears. Majorly your hidden fears. When you confront them, tackle them, then the transformation happens, right? So sudden crisis coming in, sudden issues on inheritance coming in, sudden occult knowledge exposures you are getting, or the psychological strength you are looking for, suddenly it comes from somewhere through some source or some event. Sudden unexpected changes are coming in, or joint finances or joint assets. Suddenly you see some issues out there or some transformations out there. These are the areas which will be under scrutiny. So Saturn's demand over here from you is that face your deep fears, structure your financial dependencies, and embrace transformation with patience. The way you will feel the pressure is that financial or emotional instability may occur. And you may be forced to deal with hidden fears and responsibilities which you have avoided for a long time. Remember, this is the end of a cycle, a 30-year cycle of Saturn. And all these things need to be taken off for you to prepare for the next cycle. That's what is happening right now. The reward which you will get if you do this is that if you structure your approach to emotional and financial uncertainties, if you develop patience in dealing with unexpected problems, and if you learn to embrace deep transformation, Saturn will give you unshakable psychological strength and mastery over crisis situations. So you cannot avoid transformation. That's the key lesson. Face it with patience, and Saturn will make you stronger. The next area where you will be scrutinized is the pressure on isolation and letting go. So there will be a scrutiny on your subconscious mind. What are your fears out there? How are you going to deal with them? How spiritual are you going to be? How will you evolve in that process? How are you going to handle losses? How are you going to handle your hidden enemies? Are you will you be doing justice to your sleep? Or are you going to get into self-sabotaging habits? Are you going to surrender to higher powers and go in for enlightenment or self-realization? How are you going to deal with foreign matters? All these things will be under scrutiny. So Saturn demands here that acceptance of solitude, spiritual discipline, and detachment from unnecessary attachments is the key for this transit. This is what Saturn is demanding in this area of life. And for that, you might want to take Saturn's blessings. Go and worship Saturn. That'll You might see certain strange ways of the divine where things start becoming clearer and you work towards them. The way you are going to feel pressure is that feelings of isolation may increase. The mental struggles or fears from the past may surface, and expenses may rise. You might be prone to escapism a lot of times. These are the things which can backfire if you go in this direction. But if you use isolation for going deep and understanding yourself and restructuring yourself, go and do inner engineering. For example, go and talk to a psychologist. Possible. So you have to go deep into yourself or go and talk to a friend. Got to go deep into yourself and restructure your thought process and subconscious mind. That's the demand. This is how you'll feel the pressure. And if you are able to cope up with the pressure and do the things properly, then there is a reward. So if you practice self-discipline, manage expenses wisely, use solitude for inner growth, Saturn will bring deep spiritual wisdom and mental clarity and a new understanding of life, which is extremely essential for you because in the next transit, Saturn will go through your 8th house, demanding a transformation to set you up for the next 30-year cycle to take you to great heights. Now, this also depends upon what dashas are you running, what are the themes of the dashas, what are the promises in the charts, and how the transit effects are superimposing there. So all these put together will decide your own individual path. However, if you know these themes, it is easier for you to maneuver the transit easily. So what's the key lesson here? You must let go of what no longer serves you. It might be your own self. It might be your own thought process, the way you have thought through things in this last 30-year cycle. It might be time for change. That is what needs to be let go, apart from the other things. True wisdom will come to you from embracing solitude and discipline. Now, another area where you will be scrutinized, pressure on effort and communication. So, issues or areas where you have, so anything related to courage, your own effort, hard work, mental discipline, communication, siblings relationships, business ventures, short travels, execution of plans, all those things are going to be scrutinized for you to go to the next level. All the flaws will come out and then you are going to work on them. So what is Saturn's demand here? Saturn demands structured effort, disciplined communication, and planning before action. And the way you will feel the pressure is that if you take risks without planning, you will fail. Your communication must be responsible. And if you are impulsive in communicating, that will get backfired. And relationships with siblings may feel a bit distant if you have siblings. And if you don't have siblings, of course, there can be neighbors with whom you might see some relationship struggles. Now, if you work consistently towards your goals, there is a reward. If you develop structured communication skills, if you take responsibility for your actions, Saturn will give you a strong mind, powerful execution skills, and steady success in business or personal efforts. So, what's the key lesson over here? So, your words and efforts must be structured. Recklessness will lead to failure, but patience will ensure lasting results. Now, having said all this, what is the final judgment of Saturn for you in this transit? Hard work, health, and discipline are the only paths to victory. Saturn here is testing your work ethics, discipline, and endurance. And you cannot take shortcuts in health, work, or responsibilities. Only structured, consistent effort will lead to success. So if you resist, Saturn will bring health problems, work struggles, financial instability, and repeated conflicts. Not because Saturn is your enemy, but Saturn wants you to fix these areas for the next level. You have to do it. Don't blame Saturn. And if you persist, Saturn will give you resilience, victory over enemies, career stability, and strong mental and physical health. Because you have worked on it. So Saturn will give you the reward. Right? But there are some special focus areas you need to be cognizant about. Maternal family side can have health issues. You can have health issues too. And you may face some karma cleansing in a very challenging manner. A lot of things which have been unresolved might come in front of you and be resolved, but that resolution will take a bit of a toll on you. So you must be prepared mentally. Now, what is the final message for the Libra ascendants? See, your battles are not meant to break you. They are meant to make you stronger. Every struggle, every delay, and every challenge in Saturn's way of forcing you to develop unshakable discipline. So, what is the final message for Libra ascendants? The battles which you are going to face, they are meant to make you stronger. If the delays which you are facing, the challenges which you are facing, it's just Saturn's way of ensuring that you develop unshakable discipline. So if you take responsibility for your work, health, and efforts, nothing will be able to defeat you. But if you run from responsibilities, pressure will only increase day by day. Thank you for listening. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And do check out the course which we are launching on the 30th of March for all people who want to learn astrology simply from the basics and in a very easy to understand manner.